It's live.
Hi, SOSers. Hello, we are live. Thank you so much. We're here with Alicia Moore. Really excited. She is the founder and the CEO, right, of the Clinical
Yes.
Science Research Solutions.
Mhm.
As you guys know, this is our SOS Collaborator Roundtable. We talked about we were going to be bringing multiple organizations that SOS is collaborating, more particularly organizations we feel that really need to be highlighted for all the clinical research professionals and site or site owners that will be at SOS so that they already have some intel of who these individuals are, what these organizations do, and how it's beneficial for them. So thank you guys so much for being here today. We're really excited to have Alicia Moore here. Alicia, if you want to kind of give us a little background about yourself.
Sure. So I created my business. It's called Clinical Science Research Solutions. And I created it off of the basis of, well, again, if they don't know, I live in a research naive area. And so clinical research does not exist. So I'm like, well, what better way to actually create like a course or an academy to help, bring educate the people or like healthcare professionals like myself to transition into this space. So I did that. And in the meantime, I was trying to put myself out there on the LinkedIn. And then eventually, I was invited to be a guest speaker at the SOS conference. And that honestly lit a fire in me because I actually got to see like the ins and outs and hear like the pain points of sites in like the industry in itself. And, I was talking to one of my colleagues and I said they were like, well, what about you? What about, why not you open up a clinical research site in your area? And I said, well, why not me? So I began to take the steps to, get things in place. And in the meantime, I started creating these ebooks on how, you can use your transferable skills to transition into this space. And so I put some feedback out there asking for testimonials. You were one of them. And then from that point, I had Up Trials to contact me and say, hey, how about we collab? Because for me personally, creating a program is just not enough. I feel like there are many layers that I need to add into my program to make it a comprehensive program to ensure that, let's say my clients, they do get the training that they need. And also let my community know, like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm offering to help educate you if you're interested in this space, what it's all about. So I got to that point. I partnered with Up Trials. I said, now that's a beautiful layer. And then I felt like that's not enough. Um, this industry is all about having the experience that you need. And it's a catch-22. Well, if you don't have the experience, you can't get hired on. So for me, again, I'm like, okay, let me layer on another program. And I reached out to another piece of the program. I reached out to Creo. And long story short, Creo system will be integrated into my educational program. So again, even for the people in this area, they're going to see what it's like or what the sites have to deal with on the site level as far as answering EDC queries, e-regulatory systems, e-consents. They're going to be exposed to that particular system. And I thought, well, that would be a great value to add to my clients to give to them so they can get that experience. And then I said, well, that's almost not enough. My mom was like, are you ever going to stop? So it went as far as I saw the flyer for the SOS collaborations.
Mm-hmm.
And so I reached out to Judy and I thought, man, this is awesome. I've already, been a guest speaker at the SOS conference, and they're all about addressing real issues, and they're not just talking, and addressing those issues and collaborating with sponsors and other research professionals so we can bring those to the forefront and actually do something about it and not just talk.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought this would be a great way to have all the industry businesses almost backing me up. So whenever I get ready to go out into my community, I'm not doing it alone. They're going to see that I have, the SOS organization as a backup, and they're going to be able to maybe attend one of the conferences to get a better understanding of what this industry is all about. They're going to have, they're going to see that I'm partnered with Up Trials. Now my clients can go somewhere to apply to these jobs, and, it's a mutual benefit there. And then they're going to have Creo, so all those layers that I've added into my business, I felt was very important. And then also, I'm a one-woman show. So I'm doing this by myself, but I love it. I love the space that I'm in. I love doing it because I'm doing it for a purpose. And it's not just, there's going to be an overflow into the community.
Of
And
course.
so with that being said, I created a nonprofit organization. I've got my board members already.
Also, that's
Yeah.
right.
So I said, for me personally, in order to establish myself as the expert in the community, now I need to start reaching out to nonprofit organizations where I live. And I thought, what better way to create my own nonprofit organization so it will align with some of the organizations that are companies that are here in this area. So the name of my organization is called I Am Research and Wellness Foundation.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's in honor of my son. And this particular, what I'm going to do with this organization is partner with other organizations, and we're going to have like these lunch and learns and webinars and courses that are things that I can teach to the community. And then with the organization I'm working with right now, I have to get some materials together to take to them, to the board of executives. That way I can use their space in their facility to host these lunch and learns and things like that, and to actually have doctors come in and to hear, who are you in the first place? What are you all about? And what is this going to entail? And how is this going to benefit the community? So I've got all those layers going on, and
That's amazing. I mean, for those that are watching right now, this is actually news to me. So big congratulations, Alicia. That's a huge step. And I mean, the amount of growth that you've done since last February is quite insane. And it honestly makes me really happy to hear that. And it's, individuals like you and Elizabeth Tabor and Jess Thompson, etc., that, are really looking at, issues that we have in the industry and just really trying to create, bridges, right, for those gaps that we have, especially when you're focused within your region, right? Because I think everybody has this really big idea, but sometimes it's really best to start at the ground, the very, very close ground that you have control over. And you know what I mean? And so in your region, I think what you're doing is amazing. And I really do hope that a lot of people will take advantage, one, of this webinar or podcast, and they learn more about you and what you're doing and how you can be helpful. But even more so that, they take some time to reach out to you and have one-on-ones during the SOS conference, because it's always really important to network. But again, just even if you aren't necessarily looking for that particular service at the time and point, the point being is to have that resource on hand available and being aware of that it's present for it to be able to be used in the future. Right. And so, well, thank you so much for what you're doing. Really excited. So I guess, one question that I have for you is, will you be there the day before the conference starts, so that if people are there? Okay, great. So if that's the case, then you guys heard it here. If you guys are a site or clinical research professional that are going to be at the SOS conference, Alicia will be there the day before. So if you want to focus the days of the conference for the conference, you can definitely reach out to her via LinkedIn. Or what's your easiest way to get contacted, Alicia? Is it your LinkedIn?
My LinkedIn. I would say my cell phone number, but I don't know if
yeah. Let them DM you first. And then you can check your number. Definitely don't want to be putting it out in the ether, right? But yeah, so you guys know, reach out to Alicia on her DMs. Again, reach out, ask some questions, or just show some love to her page and for her growth, the journey that she's on. Because I guess we can definitely expect to see really good things from you, Alicia, and hopefully, SOS, we can continue to collaborate over time. And I mean, who knows what's in the future, especially with so much change just happening the first year of 2025, right?
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Alicia will be on one of our posts very soon. She is one of our SOP speakers, so we're really excited to have you again back with SOS. We got a lot of really great benefits from having you on last year for, I believe it was patient registration, correct? For the first time around. I think it was that one. I could be wrong. Oh no, I think we lost you, Alicia. Okay, then now we got you. We got you. You paused for a little bit. You froze for a little bit. You're good. But yeah, so thank you so much. And is there anything in particular, that you would like to share with the SOS goers that are, watching right now or going to be watching later? Something that you would like them to know, or just something in general, I guess.
Just check out my website. I've got a lot of things on there. Actually, I've curated, I call it a clinical researchers wellness package. I've put together a few things for people that like to travel. And if there's anything that you see on my website that you would like, that is important, let me know and I'll get it added to that. Let's see what else. Be on the lookout for newsletters, because one of my board members, she's going to be writing the newsletters for the particular foundation as my foundation as well. And I think that's about it. And then, of course, I'm still working to get my PI so I can open up my own clinical research site, which is another challenge in itself because, it's a little different in the smaller areas, but it's not impossible. Hence the reason why I'm, going to these nonprofit organizations so I can have these lunch and learns and get the word out that, this is what's needed in the community. So,
yeah, well, you put the hard work where the effort is needed, and it'll pay back tenfold for sure.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You're always so helpful. So I don't see why you wouldn't succeed there. So all the best of luck there. I guess, sorry, one thing I did forget to ask you, and it's just important for those that are watching, for your organization and everything that you're doing, aside from being a soon to be official site owner. What exactly about your organization is useful for the clinical research professional and or for the site owner?
Webinars as far as classes, introduction to the classes, maybe if they feel like, they don't know my teaching style or they need more understanding. I'll be hosting webinars to, bring awareness to those particular individuals. I hope that answers your question. That's part of the foundation. Part of our mission, is to educate.
Great. And that obviously goes for site owners that are new, potentially even for site owners that have been around for a while and they're just looking for a way to kind of streamline training, I guess. So absolutely. You guys did it first. And any potential soon to be clinical research professionals that choose to attend the SOS, because we've had those in the first inaugural SOS conference. So we do suspect there's going to be more this coming time around as well. But awesome. Thank you so much, Alicia. I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to be here. I know it was short, sweet, and to the point, but everybody's kind of running and rushing through things. So we want to just give them the information that they need so that they can reach out to you guys. Please be on the lookout for Alicia at SOS. And if you have any questions, reach out to her at her LinkedIn, DM her for any further information, and make the connection, because that's what we're here for. Thanks,
I'm here
Alicia.
to talk. You're welcome.
Thank you, Alicia. Have a good one.
Okay, you too.
Bye, everybody.